Good morning. It is Thursday, July 31st. I'm Whitney Turner. Thanks for joining us for Catch Up Quick, WVLT's daily fastcast, airing at 10:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. Well, some good news. It's our last day in the 90s for a little bit. Meteorologist Ben Cathy tracking a cool down ahead.
Yeah, Whitney, you mentioned this the last day of July. How about this for a stat? Every single day of July's 31 days has been above average or in 4 days at average. But there's a huge change coming after today, because today is the 31st. We're going to drop the humidity twice. Still some fog in some of the protected valleys, but look how lush everything is in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Visibility is rapidly improving even in downtown Knoxville, and we had close to a dense fog advisory up in Kentucky a little bit earlier. All right, live radar. Little shower in Monroe County right now. There'll be more where that came from after 3, 4 o'clock. Waiting for the showers to arrive 7, 8, 9 o'clock in Knoxville. That's actually the front that brings in those big changes starting tomorrow. Right now, feeling like 82 in Crossville, Knoxville, Gatlinburg. Whitney, you see any others? I only see those 3 82s. Feels like forecast today. Feels like 98. Where's T. Martin when we need him? I'm going to leave you with this, at least for now. The Otters playing. Good pool day for them and for you too.
All right, they're looking good, Ben. Thanks so much. 2 people are now charged after a child told authorities he would get locked in a dog kennel and hit with a metal pole for misbehaving. 27-year-old Jason Hoffer and 28-year-old Amber Hoffer are now charged with child endangerment. The Knox County Sheriff's Office investigated 2 kids around 6 years old walking on Clear Springs Road without an adult. The kids told deputies they were hungry and had not eaten. A search of the home found 7 kids living in deplorable and uninhabitable conditions. All of the kids were taken to East Tennessee Children's Hospital. Meanwhile, a Maryville couple is charged after a 4-year-old was found living in a home with no power and little running water. 29-year-old Alan Westmoreland and 27-year-old Sandra Gridley are charged with felony child abuse and neglect. Deputies originally investigated dogs with no water or shade there, then found the child. DCS took custody of the 4-year-old. Blount County Animal Center has the dogs. The adults are due in court next week. An abandoned baby in Dyer County has turned into so much more. Sadly, police say the child's parents, grandma and uncle, were all found dead. The 7-month-old girl was dropped off in Tigrit on Tuesday. A witness said a car stopped and left the child in a car seat in a front yard. 4 bodies were found hours later at a home in Tiptonville, which is about 45 minutes away.
To know that murderers come down through here, I mean, yeah, it's scary. Who could have done that? Who could have left a baby at it somewhere with strangers outside in this heat? I mean, who would do that?
According to the Dyer and Lake County District Attorney, this act was not random and the community is not in danger. The jail in Cook County is going on 10 months out of commission since the floods from Hurricane Helene. Leaders say a delayed response from FEMA is costing them. We sat down with the mayor of Cook County, who tells us the agency is wavering on building a new jail. Mayor Rob Mathis says the county is budgeting millions as they wait for FEMA to help them. He says he's hoping FEMA will at least chip in to help pay for a new jail, but as they wait for answers, the cost to transport inmates to other counties keeps going up.
Every day it's costing us thousands of dollars. Every single day that this is delayed, it's almost a year out, and we still have no clarity from FEMA on exactly what the plan is or exactly what the status is, and it's frustrating.
Well, Mayor Mathis says they're looking at up to $80 million to build a new jail. For context, the county's annual budget, other than schools, is about $35 million. Just in the past week, more than 600 people filled out a survey about what they want to see happen in the future in downtown Ladin. And there's still time for you to weigh in. What changes do you think could be made to make it better for everyone? Mayor Jeff Harris tells us a lot of responses so far have included more river use and more entertainment. He says one major goal is to have more people move downtown.
Where people can live there, shop there, maybe it's close to where they work. They can get out and have recreation in the area as well. So all those things are important, and that's the I guess the demographics that we're shooting to attract.
If you want to add your voice, you'll find the survey for Loudoun residents right now in the As Seen On section of your WVLT News app. As kids head back to school today and over the next couple of weeks, safety is top of mind for many parents across East Tennessee. That's why officials with Claiborne County Schools say they're beefing up security measures. They're bringing in new technology for the upcoming school year. It's a mobile alert system that all teachers in the district will have access to. It looks like a simple device, just a badge with a button, but one press can instantly call for help. That button is a panic button from Centegix. Claiborne County Schools partnered with them to bring these buttons into all schools. School resource officers and administrators will immediately know who pushed the button and where they are. Teachers and staff will also be able to trigger a lockdown, alerting first responders instantly.
Those tools are just absolutely imperative for teachers. They're asked to do so much every day. And then to just be able to click of a button, have someone there for you in those unpredictable situations is just invaluable.
This isn't the only East Tennessee district to have this system. Lenore City Schools bought these badge panic buttons and a security scanning system last year. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is putting an emphasis on traffic with a month-long campaign starting tomorrow. They're asking you to slow down, enjoy the views in the national park when you're driving through. Rangers will be out doing increased traffic safety and enforcement in August, aiming to cut down on speeding and crashes. They'll be using both marked and unmarked vehicles, along with some advanced technology. The national park also says slowing down protects wildlife. Rangers respond to many reports of animals hurt by cars every year.
Your first alert forecast with meteorologist Ben Cathy.
The Smokies are where many of us have gone this month of July to cool down because, well, it's been the only place. But soon, the rest of us are going to join at the national park. This weekend is going to be some time to get that honey-do list done. Now, it's not totally dry, but I can promise you it is a lot cooler. So your mowing forecast may want to hold off today. This morning's perfectly fine, but probably the grass is still a little wet. And then on Friday and Saturday, it's a little iffy with a few more showers atop the mountains, those Great Smoky Mountains. Looking down Clinch towards cloud cover, obviously, but the sun sphere is still glinting, and then campus is right over there as we're just 30 days or so out from football time in Tennessee. It's going to feel like the first football game of the year typically does today. 81 for our friends in Cosby, 73 the feels like in Huntsville. I mentioned this at the top of Catch Up Quick, but it is going to be, it has been a toasty month. This reddish gray color on the 2nd, 13th, 19th, and on Monday was the only days that it was average. Every other day has been warmer than normal. A couple of showers migrating through Ramex County, and then a tiny blip there by the inn in the word Madisonville. There'll be more later. That's why you'll see the peak feels like temperature. Heat index will peak at 2 p.m. earlier than normal, about 100 to 102. So it's still hot today. The cool down is not here yet. I don't want you to think that. 88 is your feels like temperature later in Maryville, 94 Kingston, Robbins at 86, Powell Valley 85, 98 Stearns, Kentucky, and 80 in Hartford. This is a new data just coming in, and it has showers like the other map did around 7, 8, even 9 o'clock in Knoxville. That's the front coming through, wrapping up before midnight. So the rainfall on this map, the high resolution rapid refresh, is also mostly in the valley and the foothills with lesser chances today. That's why we took it down to a 40% coverage. 75 tonight. Some fog on your Friday. We have all kinds of hard to say things in this first alert forecast, fog forecast Friday morning. How about that for some alliteration? Second front comes through on Fridays, cools us down. The heat risk goes dramatically down. That's great news in that lemon meringue yellow. As we back out, yeah, look at that. Your humidity tracker takes a double tumble tomorrow and then on Monday. Really refreshing. That doesn't mean summer's over. Your 8-day planner, we're back near 90 before you know it. 90 today and close to 90 at the end of the first alert forecast. Some low rain chances, mostly in the mountains this weekend, and then closer to 90 by next Thursday.
All right, love seeing those 80s, Ben. Thanks so much. Well, most days a sidewalk crack would be filled with cement or concrete, but this month some Tennessee counties are using red sand. It's part of a worldwide effort known as the Red Sand Project, aimed at spreading awareness for human trafficking. United Way of Blount County is taking part in the effort. Organizers say the red sand symbolizes victims who have fallen through the cracks of human trafficking. One United Way employee says she's glad they took part in this project and hopes victims can feel encouraged by seeing it.
If people see us engaging in the Red Sand Project, maybe they'll feel supported and confident coming out about their story, and maybe they'll feel stronger for seeing community efforts like this.
The project started in 2014 and has now grown to all 50 U.S. states and more than 70 countries. If you want to learn more about it, we've got the details inside your WVLT News app. 150 men and women are now U.S. citizens after naturalization proceedings at the City County building in downtown Knoxville. The new American citizens come from all around the world, 53 different countries to be exact. For one man, it's about what it means to his family.
Honestly, it means a lot because if it weren't for my family, I wouldn't be here. My grandmother mainly, she's the one who helped me out. So I'm trying to live up to her legacy and complete her wishes. And honestly, I'm very proud to do that for my family and her.
In order to become a U.S. citizen, these new Americans had to show they lawfully lived in the U.S. for at least 5 years, while also taking classes on understanding our government and the history of our country. Congratulations to them. Zoo Knoxville announced it's expecting a new addition to their family. Check this out. The zoo says Kumi, their 27-year-old gorilla, is pregnant. She was paired with a silverback named Bantu as part of a breeding program. She's expected to give birth later this fall. The zoo says the pregnancy is a significant milestone in conservation efforts.
Kumi and her baby are going to be ambassadors for their species. So we hope that when guests come here, they're not only going to have that connection with an animal that they're not going to get in the public every day, but also when they come here, we want them to want to learn more about gorillas and conservation efforts.
This is going to be the 4th gorilla born at Zoo Knoxville in the last 10 years. You can see Kumi and Bantu in the gorilla habitat. Well, if you haven't made your weekend plans, the Braves are taking over Bristol. We're just days out from baseball, taking over the Speedway Saturday. But if you can't wait that long, there are a couple of events tomorrow with the Braves. They're both happening at the Paramount Theater in Bristol. At about noon tomorrow morning, you can watch the Braves-Reds game played in Cincinnati on the big screen. That is free, but you do need to reserve a ticket. There's going to be prizes, games, a special appearance by Blooper too. Then at 6:30 tomorrow night, there's a live talk show style event called Atlanta Braves Tonight. It's featuring Tony Vitello, 1995 World Series champion Mark Wohlers, and 2-time Daytona 500 winner Michael Waltrip. Tickets for that are $35. The game at the racetrack is Saturday night. It's already expected to set attendance records. We've got the link with information if you want to learn more inside your WVLT News app. Well, our year-long celebration of America's 250th anniversary includes interesting facts about our region, Tennessee, and the people who live here. Today, it's the Kings' return to live performances. On this day in 1969, Elvis opened at the International Hotel in Las Vegas for a 4-week, 57-show engagement. Graceland's website says the run broke all existing Las Vegas attendance records. Before that, Elvis had not performed live on stage for 11 years, with the exception of 2 shows in 1961. Instead, he was busy on the silver screen and in several TV shows and specials. Thank you so much for joining us this Thursday. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv and inside your WVLT News app. And don't forget WVLT's social media pages. We hope you have a great day.